Welcome to English Weaver. Hello, friends and learners. Today we share a story. We share the life of a famous star. Her name is Nicole Kidman. She is an actress and producer. She has touched many hearts. She has shown deep feelings in films. We will learn some new English words and phrases. As we go, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button if you enjoy, share this video with friends. Your support means the world to us. Now let us begin. This is our first step into the life of Nicole Kidman, a life that shines with hope and heart. Nicole Kidman was born on June 20th, 1967. She was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, but she grew up in Sydney, Australia. Her parents moved to Australia when she was young. She spent her childhood near the ocean. She loved to swim and to play on the beach with joy. She loved to draw and to imagine stories in her mind. She loved to hear her mother sing songs in the house. These simple moments gave her love for art. She dreamed of acting on stage. She dreamed of telling stories with her heart. This dream would guide her steps. As a young girl, she felt shy and quiet at times. She felt safe at home with her family, but she felt brave when she stood on a small stage. She felt a spark in her heart when she acted in school plays. She found joy in learning to speak new lines. She found joy in stepping under bright lights. She found joy in seeing the happy faces of her friends. She knew she wanted more of these moments. She knew her heart was drawn to stories. She felt a deep call to the world of acting and emotion. She felt their love like a warm blanket around her. She felt their trust like a strong fence around her dreams. She felt safe to take her first steps into a wider world. She felt ready to face the wide world beyond her home. Nicole started to learn acting as a teenager. She faced many small tests and challenges. She felt nervous but excited. She learned to speak with emotion on stage. She learned to use her eyes to show true feeling. She learned to walk on a real set and to listen to the director. Each step felt new and scary, but she moved forward with hope. She moved forward with joy deep in her heart. She felt a strong pull toward her dreams. She felt a bright spark guiding her steps into the world of film and stage. We invite you to feel the hope and the dreams of a young girl. We invite you to feel the warm light of a simple stage. We invite you to feel the pulse of a heart that wants to tell a story. Let us walk this path together. Let us feel how Nicole Kidman rose from a small stage to a bright star. Let us feel how her life can teach us to follow our own dreams. Welcome to the story of Nicole Kidman. Let us begin. Nicole was born into a loving family in Australia. Her father was a biologist. Her mother was a nursing instructor. They cared for Nicole and her siblings. They moved to a small house near the beach. Nicole felt safe and happy there. She grew up in Sydney. She played by the ocean. She built sandcastles with her friends. She felt the warm sun on her skin. She heard the sound of waves each day. This joyful world shaped her heart from the start. At school, Nicole learned to read and write. She liked reading storybooks. She liked to imagine new worlds and adventures. She wrote simple poems about the sea and sky. She felt her mind open to stories and dreams. Her parents taught her to be kind and honest. They taught her to share and to smile. They taught her to help others when they needed care. They taught her that each person is special and has a voice. These lessons stayed in her heart. Nicole had a younger sister named Antonia. They played together in the yard. They chased butterflies under the blue sky. They laughed and ran barefoot on green grass. These simple games brought joy to their days. Her brother Alexander was a bit older. He liked to draw animals on paper. He liked to show his drawings to Nicole. Nicole would clap her hands and say nice words to him. Their bond as siblings was strong and sweet. At home, Nicole watched her mother sing. Her mother had a gentle voice. She sang songs about love and kindness. Nicole closed her eyes and felt calm. She loved her mother's songs more than anything. Her father read lab books at night. He spoke of research on sea creatures. He spoke of how small things can be very interesting. Nicole listened and asked many questions. She felt curious and excited about the world. When Nicole was 8, her parents moved to Papua New Guinea. They lived in a small town near the jungle. Nicole saw tall trees and heard birds at dawn. She touched new plants and smelled fresh rain. She felt like an explorer in a new land. In Papua New Guinea, school was different. Classes were small and near the jungle edge. Nicole learned to speak about nature. She learned simple words in another language. She felt the world was wide and full of wonder. Her days were filled with simple joys. She climbed low branches of coconut trees. She watched colorful birds in the morning light. She drank fresh coconut water with a smile. She felt a deep love for nature and life. After 2 years, her family moved back to Australia. Nicole was 10 years old. She felt happy to see her old friends again. She felt proud to share her new stories from the jungle. She talked of parrots and giant leaves. Back in Sydney, she joined drama class at school. She felt excited when she wore simple costumes. She felt strong when she spoke in front of her classmates. She learned to use her voice and body to tell a tale. Her drama teacher was kind and patient. She showed Nicole how to stand tall. She showed her how to use her voice with emotion. She asked Nicole to play a small role in a school play. Nicole said yes with a big smile. When Nicole stepped on stage for the first time, she felt fear. She felt her heart beat fast in her chest. She felt her hands tremble. But she also felt a spark deep inside. She felt that acting was her true joy. She practiced simple lines at home in front of a mirror. She practiced to move her body with grace. She practiced to use her eyes to show feeling. She practiced each day with a soft smile and a quiet heart. Her parents saw her growing passion. They bought her small books on drama and acting. They took her to see plays in a local theater. They cheered when Nicole watched actors tell big stories on stage. At home, Nicole often read scripts out loud. She read fairy tales and then modern tales. She felt each character come alive in her mind. She felt her heart beat with their joys and their sorrows. Her school was near a small park under tall trees. She would wander there during breaks. She would sit on a bench and imagine new scenes. She would whisper lines to herself under the bright sky. By age 14, she felt sure about her dream. She wanted to be an actress on big stages and in films. She wanted to share stories that make people feel. She wanted to touch hearts with her voice and her eyes. Nicole took her first steps into film when she was 15. She had a small role in a student movie. Her heart beat fast as she saw her name in the credits. She felt a spark of hope. She knew this was the start of something big. Soon, she auditioned for a short feature called Bush Christmas. She felt nervous in the casting room. She showed a simple smile and a clear voice. The director chose her. She felt proud and grateful. She knew she was moving forward. At age 20, Nicole landed her first big role in Dead Calm. It was a thriller set at sea. She played a young woman lost on a yacht. She worked with strong actors and learned quickly. She felt the wind and the waves as she acted in storms. The film was shown around the world. Critics praised her brave performance. They said she had a natural gift for acting. She felt both joy and fear. She knew she was on the map. The world now saw her talent and her fire. Soon Hollywood came calling. She was offered a role in Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. She moved to the United States. She felt excited and a little scared. She spoke with a gentle voice and a bright smile. She felt hope in her heart. On set, she learned fast. She watched experienced actors. She listened to the director's instructions. She walked through busy sets with new friends. She felt her dreams turning real. She knew she wanted to give her best in each scene. In Days of Thunder, she played a doctor. She showed care and strength. She felt proud to work with a top star. The film did well. She felt a mix of joy and relief when it hit theaters. She knew her career was now growing fast. Nicole then chose roles in many genres. She tried drama, comedy, and romance. She wanted to learn and grow. She did not want to be stuck in one type of role. She said yes to scripts that spoke to her heart. In 2001, she played Satine in Moulin Rouge. She sang and danced with great energy. She wore bright costumes and felt the heat of the stage. She felt the music in her soul. Her performance was full of love and pain. The film was a huge hit. Fans loved her beauty and passion. Critics praised her voice and her tears. They said she brought magic to the screen. Nicole felt her heart shine with pride and joy. Soon after, she starred in The Hours. She played Virginia Woolf, a writer in the 1920s. She spoke softly and with deep feeling. She felt the weight of history on her shoulders. She studied Woolf's words and her pain. Her effort paid off. She won the Oscar for Best Actress. She felt tears of joy as she walked onto the stage. She spoke with a humble voice and thanked her family. She knew this was a dream come true. With her Oscar, doors opened wide. She was offered scripts from top directors. She could choose roles that mattered to her. She could tell stories of love, struggle, and hope. She felt humbled by the chance to touch hearts. In Cold Mountain, she played Ada Monroe. She showed strength in a time of war. She felt the cold wind and the dirt roads. She cried as she lost loved ones. She learned how to use small gestures to show deep emotion. Critics praised her again. They said she had the power to move hearts. She felt both joy and sadness. She learned that acting can be both gift and burden. She felt the magic and the cost of fame. Nicole then turned to television. In 2017, she co-produced and starred in Big Little Lies. She played Celeste Wright, a woman with a secret pain. She spoke softly and with great weight. She felt each scene in her bones. The show became a global hit. Fans watched each episode with bated breath. They felt the tension and the hope of the characters. Nicole won awards for her TV work. She felt proud to break new ground on the small screen. While on TV, she also made the film Lion. She played a mother reaching across distances. She showed soft love and deep grace. She felt the bond of family in each moment. She knew these roles were more than acting. They were life lessons. Nicole also started her own production company. She wanted to tell stories that matter. She searched for scripts about human strength, about small voices finding power. She knew stories can change hearts and minds. In 2020, she starred in The Undoing, a TV thriller. She played Grace Fraser, a mother facing dark truths. She walked with fear and courage in each scene. She felt the tension in her bones. She wanted to show truth even in darkness. The show was watched by millions. Fans praised her sharp performance. Critics said she held the screen with quiet force. Nicole felt the power of her craft. She felt that each role was a gift and a chance to touch a life. She also starred in Aquaman 2 in 2023. She played Queen Atlanta, a wise and strong ruler of the sea. She wore a shining gown and a crown of pearls. She spoke with grace and power. She felt the magic of the ocean in her soul. At 40 years old, she was at the top of her game. She had worked with great directors. She had won awards and hearts. She had grown as an actress and as a human being. She felt humble and strong. Along the way, she won 2 Golden Globes and a BAFTA. She won an Emmy for her TV work. Each award felt like a warm hug from the world. She felt grateful to her team, her family, and her fans. Nicole also received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Australian Film Institute in 2024. She felt tears as she stood on stage in Sydney. She looked out at her home country. She felt deep pride and love. She has worked with many stars: Tom Cruise, Ewan McGregor, Hugh Jackman, and more. She learned from each of them. She filled each scene with respect and humility. She felt a sense of teamwork in every project. She has also used her fame to help others. She visited hospitals for sick children. She spoke for causes that help women and children. She used her voice to bring help where it is needed. She felt that real success is more than awards. With each role, she learned more about herself. She learned that acting can be a mirror to the soul. She learned that each story can teach us about love, loss, and hope. She felt that her work was a journey to the heart of life. Now she continues to choose roles with care. She looks for stories that challenge her. She looks for scripts that bring light to hard topics. She knows that her place is to give voice to the voiceless. The journey from small school plays to world stages has taught her patience. She learned that success does not come overnight. She learned that hard work and kindness open doors. She feels a deep gratitude in her heart. Her fans watch her with love. They feel emotion when they see her face on screen. They remember her soft smile and her fierce courage. She has touched many lives with her art and her heart. Nicole's career shines like a star in the night sky. Each film and show is a spark in the darkness. Each performance is a gift of emotion. She has built a path of art and heart that inspires many. As we look at her journey, we see a woman of talent and grace. We see someone who followed her dreams with courage. We see someone who used her gifts to touch hearts. Let her story remind us that dreams can come true with a brave heart. As fame grew, Nicole felt a heavy load on her heart. She faced harsh words from some critics. They said she was too polished, too distant. Nicole felt hurt, but tried to learn. She used sad words in journals at night, trying to find strength. Her first big challenge was a film that failed at the box office. She had high hopes, but the story felt weak. Viewers did not connect with her character. Nicole felt shame as she read the low reviews. She wondered if she had chosen the wrong path. Then came a time when her marriage was under the public eye. Rumors flew in tabloids. She felt pain as she saw her private life in loud headlines. She tried to smile in interviews, but inside her heart shook with sadness and worry for her children. In those lonely nights, she wrote in her diary. She wrote about feeling lost on bright stages. She wrote about fear that the audience might no longer love her. Yet she found some comfort in her own words, a soft whisper of hope and courage. One day, Nicole auditioned for a role that she thought was perfect. She felt eager as she entered the room. But the director said no. He said she did not fit his vision. Nicole felt tears rise in her eyes. She left with a broken heart and a heavy soul. She began to doubt her talent. She asked herself if all the effort was worth it. She felt small and unsure. But then she remembered her younger self, the girl who felt a spark on that small school stage. She felt a tiny flame of hope again. Later, she played a character who was too similar to past roles. She tried to make it different, but the film was criticized as boring. She felt her energy drain each time she read another bad review. She wondered if she had grown tired of acting. At a film festival, Nicole watched fans whispering and pointing. She felt eyes on her every move. She felt as if she was walking on thin ice, afraid to slip. She felt her confidence waver as she saw people judge her by her dress and hairstyle more than her talent. In a moment of weakness, Nicole questioned the cost of her success. She thought of the long hours on set and lost time with her family. She felt a tear fall as she missed her children's laughter at home. She felt guilt for choosing work over them. She saw friends struggle too. She felt a sense of grief for them as they faced own failures. She realized she was not alone in her pain. Others also carried heavy hearts beneath their smiles. This thought gave her a strange mix of sorrow and comfort. Once, after a difficult film, Nicole lost her voice during a long interview. She tried to speak, but her throat was dry. She felt fear as she could not express her thoughts. She stood in silence while cameras flashed around her. She felt lost in the crowd. She went to a doctor who told her to rest her voice. She spent days without speaking, listening only to her own heartbeat. Silence made her mind race with old doubts. She wondered if her voice was truly worth risking for acting. Nicole faced a low point when she received a personal letter from a young fan who said she no longer liked her. The fan said she felt Nicole was too distant. Nicole felt a wave of sadness, as if she had failed to inspire hope in one more heart. In response, Nicole wrote a gentle reply by hand. She shared her own moments of doubt. She told the fan that even stars feel fear in their hearts. She told her that dreams can grow again after they fall. She felt a small light return in her soul. Despite her efforts, Nicole hit a slump when critics said her acting was too predictable. She felt as though she was walking on a path that led nowhere. She wanted to find a new spark, a new fire inside her heart, but she felt trapped by public expectation. To break out of this gloom, she took a short break from major films. She returned to stage acting for a small play in Sydney. The bright lights and simple stage helped her find fresh inspiration. She felt her heart beat with excitement again. On that stage, she stumbled once during a line and felt warm applause when she continued. She felt tears of relief as she bowed at the end. She realized that failure can teach more than success. She found new courage in every mistake. Yet another challenge came when a director she admired passed away suddenly. She had been set to work with him soon. She felt a deep sadness and a sense that the world could change in an instant. She felt grief for her lost friend and mentor. As she walked through the empty set the day after the news, she felt a cold wind on her face. She felt tears fall silently. She felt a longing for words she could not speak. She understood that life can bring joy and sorrow in the same breath. Nicole then faced rumors about her age in Hollywood. Some said she was too old for leading roles. She felt anger at the unfair words, but also a deep sting in her heart. She looked in the mirror and saw lines around her eyes. She felt time slipping past her. She talked to her closest friend and felt comfort in their support. Her friend reminded her that true strength does not vanish with age. Her friend said that her power came from wisdom and heart. Nicole felt her spirit lift a little, but self-doubt still whispered in her mind. She remembered nights when she lay awake feeling unseen. She wondered if her best days were behind her. She felt tears as she asked herself if she could ever shine again. She then took a bold step. She accepted a role behind the camera as a producer. She wanted to make space for fresh stories and new talents. She felt nervous, but also hopeful. She felt a new purpose bloom in her heart. Producing was a new challenge. She faced budgets, schedules, and many decisions. She felt overwhelmed at times. She wondered if she had made a mistake, yet she also felt a spark of pride as her first project gained praise. Through these challenges, Nicole learned that failure and doubt can be teachers. She learned that pain can lead to growth. She learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward despite fear. She learned to listen to her heart and to trust her own voice. She felt a soft glow of confidence return. She understood that every artist faces storms, but the art of rising again is what makes a star. With each challenge, she found a seed of hope. She learned to plant it in the soil of her heart and let it grow. She felt her spirit strengthen with each new day. She felt ready to face the next test with a calm smile. The storms in her life showed her the value of kindness. She reached out to friends who faced hard times. She shared a simple word of comfort or a gentle hug. She felt that giving helped her heal her own wounds. Nicole's story in these years taught her that success is fragile. She saw how quickly praise can turn to criticism. She felt she must protect her inner light while being open to growth. This balance was her constant task. As this chapter draws to a close, we see a woman who has known deep loss and strong doubt. Yet she stands with a quiet strength born of every hardship. She prepares to face new challenges with an unwavering heart and a hopeful smile. Nicole's rise after challenges was like a flower blooming in spring. She stood tall and embraced every new chance. Her passion for art shone brightly. She believed each role could touch a heart. She also felt deep gratitude to everyone who believed in her. With each new film, she found fresh purpose. She chose stories that explored human strength and love. She felt joy when people shared how her work inspired them. She felt honored when voices around the world spoke of her art. She knew real success is more than a name on a screen. She began to mentor young actors and share her wisdom. She gave kind advice about patience and hard work. She told them that a true artist listens to her soul. She said that every role should come from the heart. Many young talents felt hope when they heard her gentle words. Nicole used her own production company to champion new voices. She looked for scripts that spoke of hope, kindness, and resilience. She wanted stories that gave light to small communities or silent dreams. She felt proud to bring such tales to life and to shine a light on hidden voices. She expanded her work beyond film. She joined humanitarian missions and visited schools in remote areas. She taught children that their dreams matter. She shared simple acts of kindness, reading to them, listening to their stories, and offering a warm smile. Their eager smiles warmed her heart. Nicole became an ambassador for causes that help women and children. She spoke with gentle conviction at global events. She used her voice to raise funds for families in need. She felt joy when she saw children's laughter in poor villages. She knew her influence could change real lives. Through her art and her charity, she built a legacy of compassion. She showed that a star's true power lies in empathy. She believed that kindness can be more powerful than fame. She taught us that art and charity walk hand in hand to make the world better. Critics began to praise her not only for her talent, but for her heart. They saw how she used her platform responsibly. They wrote of her grace when facing challenges. They wrote of her generosity when giving credit to others. They saw a woman committed to lifting others. Her impact on popular culture was clear. Young viewers saw her as more than an actress. They saw a role model. They felt moved by her stories that spoke of hope in darkness. They felt encouraged to stand up for their own dreams and to help others. In Australia, people proudly claimed her as a national treasure. Schools taught her story as an example of resilience and integrity. Art students studied her performances for lessons in emotion and nuance. They also studied her charity work as a model of social responsibility. In Hollywood, fellow actors admired her humble spirit. Many recalled moments when she offered them kind words or a helping hand. She was known to stay late on set to help newcomers learn their lines. Her kindness created a gentle spirit in a world that can be harsh. Filmmakers felt inspired by her dedication to human stories. Directors sought her out to bring depth to their films. Writers wrote roles with her in mind, knowing she could give a character a soul. Her presence elevated every project she touched. Nicole's legacy reached beyond the screen. Schools and universities invited her to speak to students. She talked about creativity and the importance of listening to one's heart. She shared tales of failure and renewal to inspire young minds to never give up. She also supported arts education by funding scholarships for promising students. She felt that each child should have a chance to learn acting or music if they wished. She believed that art can open a mind and heal a spirit. Many bright talents found help through her scholarships. Fans around the world shared messages of gratitude for her work. They wrote letters saying how her performances gave them strength in hard times. They spoke of seeing their own struggles reflected in her characters. They felt comfort in knowing they were not alone. Nicole felt deeply moved by these messages. She often read them quietly in her dressing room. She felt tears of joy and purpose. She realized that her art had brought comfort to many hearts. She felt a simple smile bloom in her soul. Her influence also extended to environmental causes. She partnered with groups to protect oceans and forests. She remembered her childhood near the sea and her love for nature. She spoke softly about the need to save our planet for future children. She joined peaceful protests and fundraising events for conservation. She felt that letting the earth suffer was like letting a story end without hope. She believed that caring for our world is part of caring for ourselves and our children. In the world of fashion, Nicole became a symbol of timeless elegance. Designers created gowns that captured her grace. Each red carpet appearance felt like a celebration of art and design. She showed that elegance can be simple, kind, and respectful of nature. She chose to wear clothes from ethical brands, showing support for fair labor and eco-friendly materials. She stated that fashion can be a force for good when it respects people and the planet. Her choices inspired others to think carefully about their impact. Nicole's work also influenced how women in film see themselves. She held meetings with other actresses to discuss roles that avoid stereotypes. She spoke about the power of complex female characters. She urged writers to create stories with real, strong women at their core. Her voice helped shift the industry toward more authentic stories. She felt proud when she saw more nuanced roles for women in new films and series. Her work helped open doors for future generations of actresses who could explore deeper characters. Over time, she received honors that recognized both her art and her charity. She was awarded medals by Australian and international organizations. She felt humbled each time she stepped to a podium to accept an award. She always shared credit with her team and family. As fans and friends look back on her journey, they see a life of art, heart, and courage. They see a woman who faced deep challenges and rose with grace. They see a mentor, a leader, and a star who used her blessings to bless others. Today, her legacy continues to grow. Young artists watch her old films to learn craft. New fans discover her work and feel inspired to be kinder and braver. Her story reminds us that each life can shine when we act with heart and purpose. What can we learn from Nicole Kidman's journey? We learn that true success is born of resilience, empathy, and passion. We learn that art has the power to heal and unite people. We learn that each of us can use our gifts to make the world a brighter place. Let her story inspire you to follow your dreams with courage. Let her choices remind you to care for others and for our planet. Let her journey teach you that every heart can sing a song of hope. May her legacy light the way for you and me. Thank you for joining English Weaver today as we shared Nicole Kidman's story. We saw her early days in Australia, her dreams on stage, and the love that guided her path. We saw how she faced doubts and kept faith in herself. Her journey shows the power of hope. We watched her shine in films like Dead Calm, Moulin Rouge, and The Hours. We felt her pride when she won an Oscar. We also felt her sorrow in hard times when critics blamed her and she felt alone. Yet she rose again with courage and kindness. Through her work and her charity, Nicole taught us to care for others and for our planet. She showed that art can heal and bring people together. We hope her story helped you learn new words and simple English sentences while you enjoyed a dramatic tale. If you liked this story, please press the like button and subscribe to English Weaver. Hit the bell so you do not miss our next tale. Share this video with friends who want to learn English in a fun way. Your support keeps us going. Write a comment below to tell us your thoughts. Which moment in Nicole's life touched you most? What do you admire about her courage, her love, or her kindness? We love reading your messages and learning from you. Who should we share next? Which true story do you want to hear in simple English? Let us know below. Thank you again for watching. Keep dreaming, keep learning, and keep believing in the power of your own story. See you soon.